Well, for me, it started about when I was 23 or 24, more consciously. I was helping a client, and at the time she had difficulty with her husband and she couldn't figure out why, and she felt that there was a resentment there for a long period of time. So I was able to see a movie on top of her head, and the movie brought me back to when she was in the operating room, and she was delivering, and I asked her, you know, I see that your husband was present in the delivery room at a specific time, and she just looked at me and she thought, well, how come I was there all of a sudden? And she says, yes. I said, well, was there, how many doctors there were in the room? I told her how many doctors were in the room. And then I said, well, I see the baby becoming all dark, and so does the husband, and then you. I said, is there something in particular that happened at that point? And she looked surprised and she says, well, he said, that's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. And so from that part, I understood why she was angry. And it all of a sudden clicked why she was so angry with them for about 9 years. It's because of that event. And so after that, she thanked me and she asked me how I was able to do that. I said, well, I don't know. I was just watching this movie on top of your head. The only difference is I didn't have any popcorn. So, you know, we both laughed. And then when I came out, she said, are you a medium? And at the time, I didn't know much about psychic and mediums and stuff. I said, well, I don't know. And she says, do you know what your name means? I said, no. She says, Jean-Baptiste means he who brings the good news. I thought, that's cool. So that's how I started. And I began to develop more and more those abilities, and then look at how other psychics did it. So I asked them a couple of questions. I figured things out using other techniques that I used. And then I began to teach it to others, especially doctors at that time, to be able to help people with AIDS, to see within the human body. I believe now they call it medical intuitive, which at the time I didn't know. So that's how it started.